All right, welcome to Chukwu's channel. I am Wu. Thanks for tuning in. Like, share, and subscribe. Today we're going to be talking about the process for making money. I'm going to give you 4 practical steps that you can take if your goal is to increase your income, generate some free cash flow with the ultimate goal of becoming more independent, which is my ultimate goal. Okay, let's get started. What is step 1 in this 4-step process? Step 1 is simple. Admit to yourself that you have a problem. That problem is that you don't have as much money as you would like. They say the first step in rehab, whether you're in, rehab for alcoholism, you're in rehab for gambling addiction, the first step is to admit you have a problem. We have a problem. We don't have as much money as we would like. So admit that. You also might want to admit that you most likely haven't taken all the steps necessary to make more money. You went to school or you didn't, you got a job, maybe you have a decent income, but you're watching this video because you want more income. So that probably means you haven't taken either the right steps or any steps to increase your income. Okay, so that's step 1. Admit to yourself that you have a problem. Your problem is that you want to make more money, and put it in your head. I am going to succeed at this. I'm going to make more money. That's the first step. Get your mind right. Second step, tactically, try to understand what you're good at. How do you do that? I'll give you a couple of ways. Write down what you believe your skills are. What do you excel at? What are you better than the average person at? Think about what you do at work. Think about what people compliment you on. Think about what you do with ease that others find difficult. Put a list together. You're also going to want to ask friends and family, people who you trust. Ask them, what do you think I'm good at? Have them write down 5 things on a piece of paper, right? Sometimes how you perceive yourself, what you think you're actually good at, is different from how the world actually perceives you. Now you have 2 lists. List A, what you believe you're good at. List B, what people who know you very well say you're good at. Now you're going to compare the 2. You're going to come up with 2 to 3 things that you're actually good at. So that's the first 2 steps. Admit you want to make more money and say that you will make more money. Step 2, get a list of what you're actually good at. Those are your skills. What's step 3? Step 3 is identify a problem. Based on my skills, what are some problems that I can help solve? You want to think about things that annoy you in your day-to-day life, gaps in the market. Write those problems down, compare them versus your skills. So now you have your skills, you have your problem set, and you say, these are the problems that I believe that I can help deal with, okay? So steps 1 through 3 are taken. What's step 4? This is where it all comes together. You're going to take a look at your list of skills. You're going to take a look of your list of problems after those problems have been validated, right? You did the research to understand these are the problems. These are what the market says are also problems. Basically, you're making sure that other people believe that what you have as a problem also exists for them, because why? That might be your customer base. You have your list of skills, you have your list of problems, and you combine them. Let me give you a practical example. Let's say you believe that you're good at fixing bicycles, and many of your friends and families agree. They come to you when they have issues with their bike. You also recognize that there's a problem in the market, right? Meaning people, let's say you take New York City, people who generally have bikes for commuting, that's their primary mode of transportation. The need in the market is for someone to be able to fix bikes on the spot, meaning you don't want to take it to a shop, you don't want to schedule an appointment because you need your bicycle. In this case, it's like your car, you need it right away. Your opportunity, you take your skills of fixing bicycles, you take the known gap in the market, meaning there needs to be bicycle repairs on the spot, and you combine that into a business model. Johnny's on-the-spot bicycle repair service. You go to individuals that have trouble with their bicycles and you fix it there at their home, at their place of business. That solves the problem of them having to take their bicycle to the shop. Obviously, if their bicycle is broken, they can't get it to the shop that day or very easily. You can start small. Rent a U-Haul truck for what, $25, $45 a day, whatever it is. Invest in a tool set, maybe spend $400 or $500 to get a tool set. You can even rent tools from certain manufacturers so that you don't have to actually, outlay that expenditure up front. Now you've combined your skill of repairing bicycles. You've identified a need in the market, which is on the spot, same day, localized bike repair services. And now you have a business and you see how it goes, okay? Another thing you'll want to do is you're going to want to leverage technology. Marketing your business, that's probably going to be the most difficult piece. If you have the skills and you have the tools and you've identified the need in the market, the another piece is, do people even know that my on-the-spot bike repair service exists? You need to be able to market. You can use technology to create a simple website, create a free Instagram page, and start building your business so that people know that your service actually exists, okay? So you've done 4 steps. You've put it in your mind that you want to make more money, and you will make more money. You've identified what your actual skills are, what you're actually good at. You've understand the problems in the market, which is on-the-spot repair services for bicycles, and you've started that business. Now, what's one tip I'll give you? It's don't wait on perfection. Just get started. It's going to be sloppy. You're going to have to build up your clientele list. You're going to make some mistakes. Maybe you'll overinvest in tools that you don't see are needed. Maybe you'll find that you need to have replacement rims ready for your business. It's not just, fixing tires, et cetera, et cetera. You're going to start, you're going to learn, you're going to grow. Don't look at perfection from the onset. Perfection comes from making mistakes and fine-tuning your business. Think of it as an up and down process, but ultimately the trajectory is upwards, okay? Another thing you need to keep in mind is that making money, it's going to take some time. You're not going to be profitable within your first week, your first month, maybe even your first 6 months of business. That's why I recommend keeping your day job. You don't want to just quit your day job and jump head first into a business. Use it as a side hustle, right? Until you've proven that there's a marketplace, you've built up your client book, and now you know, hey, I can take this thing from step 1 to step 10. I can really start to grow this business, okay? So those are my thoughts on the tactical process for making money. Identify the fact that you want to make more money. Identify your skills, make sure those skills are relevant. Identify a problem in the market, make sure those problems are relevant and there's a consumer base that's willing to pay for your service. Start small, learn and grow, all right? If you found any value from this video, like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for your time. I'll talk to you later.